Breaking news coming out that former President Barack Obama has just told Joe Biden that he needs to seriously consider stepping down. Now, this is breaking news just coming out that in addition to Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, I shared with you the articles coming out on this. She had told him that he needs to step down, and she has made cases twice now telling him that he cannot win against Trump. I'm going to share with you the video footage here in a second, but also Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer responded saying that he needs to step down and confirmed that he told him, he vocalized to him, you need to step down from this current campaign. You are not going to win. Now, in addition to that, we also saw that he has now been tested positive as of yesterday for COVID-19, and it turns out that he had said just 2 hours prior to that if he had a medical issue that he would consider stepping down. And well, you guys, now it looks like Joe Biden himself, they're saying he has given himself an off-ramp to get out of this and try to save face. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is huge news coming out that looks like Joe Biden is getting the approval from Barack Obama to step away. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And let me go ahead and share with you guys the latest news coming out on this. Do me a favor, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay in the comments. Make sure that everything is looking and sounding good. And let's go ahead and play this video for you. Let me know if you can hear it okay. Let's do this.
We have some breaking news here, and this is a pretty big one. And Marie Harf presaged this breaking news for us. Obama, this is according to the Washington Post. President Obama is telling allies that Joe Biden needs to step aside. Marie, I just have to come back to you for a moment, and then we'll go to you, Emily. Marie, the exact language is seriously consider his viability. You said 2 minutes ago, we're waiting to hear from Obama. Well, we're hearing from him through the pages of the Washington Post.
Yeah, I just got chills when you read that. You know, I worked for President Obama, as you know, and he has very good political instincts. He has throughout this process. He's also very cautious, though, Kaylee. So throughout the days since the debate, he has stood by Joe Biden, but I think started to hear increasingly from people that believe there is no path for President Biden to win. And Barack Obama is still one of the elders of our party. And if he is now weighing in with Joe Biden on the heels of Schumer and Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries, it feels to me like we are very close to knowing that Joe Biden will no longer be the nominee. I don't know when that will happen. Of course, he has COVID and he'll be at home for a few days. But if Barack Obama is in fact weighing in, a very brilliant political mind who is very cautious at the same time, that feels like a sea change, Kaylee.
Emily, the Washington Post, this is Michael Scherer. He's a serious reporter. He has good sourcing. I want to read from him directly. Former President Barack Obama has told allies in recent days that President Biden's path to victory has greatly diminished, and he thinks the president needs to seriously consider the viability of his candidacy. And here's the sourcing. Multiple people briefed on his thinking. This does not show up by accident, Emily. He has green-lighted, in my opinion, as someone who's worked in press, his aides to share this with the Washington Post.
Which is a crucial sea change, Kaylee. And actually before, Marie, when you were talking about it, in my head I was like, no, he doesn't need to come out and say it because he did it non-verbally. When he guided the president off the stage, he showed the world the president's frailty. He showed the world that Barack Obama was still the elder of the party. Although, Marie, that made me feel like I'm an ancient. But at the end of the day, we are now seeing the materialization of the apparitions. Right? Because prior to this, for example, as former Speaker Kevin McCarthy said, well, Pelosi controls everyone, right? So Schiff coming out and saying that meant Pelosi told him to do so. Well, then we have reporting that Pelosi herself is speaking face to face with Biden and saying it's time to give this a rest. So what we are seeing is those unseen hands that we knew guiding those forces, writing the letter for George Clooney, telling him to come out. All of those forces are all of a sudden now saying, I'm putting my name directly out there. That represents a fundamental current change. And I think at the end of the day, we are now seeing Biden against the world. You know, all those T-shirts that say Oakland against everybody, you know, Detroit versus everybody. It is now Biden versus everybody in his party. And we will see whether what's going on with him mentally, or that stubborn character he's always had, whether that will overcome reason, frankly, as these members of the party, as these influential thought leaders of the Democrat Party, the established party as it is today, make any kind of influence on the current president.
That word you used, Emily, is the key word to me, stubborn. And here's what I'm interested in, Guy. It's widely known that Biden bristled when he was passed over by Obama and foregone as the potential Democratic nominee, and Obama sided with Hillary Clinton. And Obama has tread carefully because he knows that if he goes out full court press, it could in fact cause Biden to be stubborn and retract into a corner. So it's interesting now this comes out publicly. It almost means maybe Biden's being defiant and Barack Obama thinks this is the only choice he's left with.
And we'll see if it works. I mean, the din of the pressure is deafening. And everyone is now lining up privately and publicly to try to push him out of the race. And it's possible that he will finally realize that the writing is on the wall and do what they all want him to do. It is also possible that he and a small group of people surrounding him say, we had a primary, we won it overwhelmingly, I'm the incumbent, all these people can jawbone, but I feel like I can do this, and I'm not going anywhere. Because remember, Biden has to do nothing to become the nominee. He can sit in that basement and do nothing and become the nominee because of the inertia here. So if he is absolutely dug in and committed, all of this won't matter, but it very well might matter. The question there would be the timing, but I'm not foreclosing the chance that Biden comes out with a new statement saying, no, I'm the nominee, I'm not going anywhere. And if he were to do that, then what? What do they do next?
Harris, and to that end, there's reporting that the delegates are being called by Biden's team saying,
of course they are.
You still with us?
Yeah, of course they are, because President Trump told me this on Saturday. Biden controls the situation because of the delegates, because it's much the same for Trump. And so he was kind of explaining that. He said, so it has to be his decision, which is where Nancy Pelosi 10 days ago or so began the conversation. We want it to be up to him should he decide. But then everyone kept saying, but if he does, we're ready to, talk about his just amazing decades of experience and service, so on and so forth, but then support him in his decision to leave, which was not exactly gentle, but it didn't kick him out the door. Like, you don't have to go home, but you got to leave. So now they're saying on the day, now don't lose sight of the timing. This is one of the biggest moments for Republicans and Republican leadership at the RNC convention in Milwaukee tonight with Donald Trump that we have seen in a very long time, if not the biggest. Why? There was an attempt on his life just 5 days ago. He put his fist in the air and he said, fight, fight, fight. And the fight is on. They'll close this convention after he speaks, and his message is of unity. What a political
This is a farm. No, really, this is a farm. So is this?
Balloon to burst for the Democrats if they are not unified around the idea of Biden. So with Obama, he gives a big-throated push right now. We could see this thing come to head by today or tomorrow, or, as you and Guy were just talking about, Kayleigh, we could see it get worse if Biden fights back. It is over. The fat lady is not only singing, she is dancing, and it's just a matter of time. How do you get to him to graciously exit the race? Now, the big question is, if he can't run and he can't testify per Robert Hur in a classified documents case, how in the world is he going to lead this country up until January 20th of next year? So does he also sit down, and would that put Kamala in the catbird seat and have possession? 9/10 of the law, you'd have to almost run against her to get out of that seat. I mean, this, you think it's simple with what Obama says. He doesn't control those delegates. He doesn't control Kamala Harris. And oh, by the way, how is the president going to continue doing his job from the basement if he can't even run a campaign? I mean, this could make it much more complicated. Donald Trump, it's high stakes for him tonight. And we know he's ready. He was ready on Saturday. He's more ready now because he's got that idea of unity already in his head, and a different reason now to reach out to all of those people. They need the leadership, and we're in this together. A commander-in-chief attacks all of us. Big moment for the Republicans. Obama is trying to grab one for the Democrats.
Well, we have come a long way from a tweet from the former President Barack Obama saying he supported Joe Biden in the wake of that debate to now silence, weeks of silence, and then the Washington Post reporting that he has shared with aides that President Biden should consider the viability of his candidacy. That is big news. It's breaking by the minute, and we will bring it to you throughout the hour.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily.
Wow, wow, wow. Man, that is some crazy stuff. So, man, I shared with you guys earlier this morning, if you missed the live stream, that Nancy Pelosi has now come out and told Joe Biden, you cannot win against former President Donald Trump. You need to step down. And she said, if you don't step down, you're going to be taking the entire Democratic Party in Congress with you. She said the House is going to go down. We're going to see a red wave. You've got to get off the ticket. Biden responding very defensively, we heard. Now, in addition to that, we also saw tons of funding for the Democratic Party frozen as well. Absolutely incredible. We're hearing that over $90 million of funding frozen, saying we're not going to be sending this out, dispatching it. So that way the Democrats can go ahead and have their commercials playing during the elections, go ahead and getting the word out on all the people that are going to be running on the ticket. They're not going to have it, they said, unless Joe Biden is off of the presidential ticket. So, man, the pressure is coming. The money is speaking now. And so he's losing support from Never Trumpers. I've let you guys know here on the channel, I spoke to some Never Trumpers, and they said that they're conflicted right now. They don't know who they should vote for because they can't, in good consciousness, vote for Joe Biden in his current state right now. In addition to that, losing support from Congress members, Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, several people coming out and saying you need to step down. But the money is now speaking and saying, we don't want Joe Biden. We're not going to be throwing dollars into funding somebody that we don't think can win the presidency against Trump. So the writing, it looks like, is on the wall. And also, if you missed it yesterday as well, we heard in that interview that Joe Biden had that he said he would take into consideration dropping out. He said, if there was some sort of medical issue, if the doctors told me that there was some sort of issue, I would consider dropping out. 2 hours after that, you guys, President Joe Biden tests positive for COVID-19 at a pivotal moment in his re-election campaign. We're hearing that he has ceased any of his travels that he was going to be doing to help his campaign. He is now resting. He is isolating. He is in quarantine, trying to get over COVID. And while he is doing this, we are hearing that the Democrats in Congress are gathering, making a huge effort to try to sway him not to run in these upcoming elections. Nancy Pelosi, they're saying, doing everything that she can in her power to get Biden to step down. Articles like this coming out today, you can see updated today, the 18th. All of these coming out the last 24 hours. Huge news. Has Joe Biden given himself an off-ramp to exit the race? They're saying that this is likely going to be the end for Joe Biden. And a lot of rumors coming out saying that he's not going to make it to the weekend, you guys. Not going to make it to the weekend. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We got a poll going on right now in the community. Will Biden drop out by this weekend? Right now, 66% of the people in the room are saying yes. 35% are saying no. Man, so 2/3 of the people in the room, and I see we've got 830 people live with me right now, we're saying, yep, he's not going to be making it. He's going to drop out by this weekend. The pressure is too great on Joe Biden. Also, do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Make sure that you're still subscribed. For some reason, YouTube is unsubscribing people. Don't know why. I guess they think that people are bots or something. Or some people were telling me that YouTube might not like what I'm reporting on. I don't know what the case is, but I cite all my sources. They're linked in the description. Make sure that you're liked, you're subscribed, and I will keep you guys up to date on everything that's going on as we're hearing the chips are stacking against Biden. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, donors, the support of the people. Now, also, in addition to that, former President Barack Obama, which is huge because it's somebody that he confides in, somebody very close to him as he was his vice president before, now saying, Joe, you probably need to really seriously consider stepping away at this time. They're saying there's no way that you can win against Trump. Man, now, in addition to that, I've shared with you guys here on the channel that they've said that the only person they think right now that could actually win against Trump is going to be Michelle Obama. So Barack Obama coming out and saying, Joe, you need to step aside. They're saying that the person that is going to come in, though, is going to be Kamala Harris. They're not going to bypass Kamala. She's going to be the next one. But what if we had a Harris-Obama on the ticket? What if they brought, because Harris, if she steps up as president, she's going to need a vice president. What if it was Michelle Obama? Man, the entire dynamic of these elections could be changing here. So one of the things we have to remember is that it doesn't matter who you're voting for, or especially though, if you're one of the supporters of Trump, you're gonna need to step up. Do not calm down. Do not stop. Just because there's momentum right now, obvious momentum going for the Republican Party, this could all change here very soon. The dynamics from now until November could be changing significantly. And if you want to see Trump as the next president, you have got to remember to make sure that you are going to be hitting the polls in November. We've got to make sure that we are showing up to support Trump if that's what you want to see, because all this could be changing here very soon, as it is very evident that they're saying that Biden cannot win. So I'm thinking here that we could anticipate seeing some big changes coming here very soon. And like I said, some reporting as soon as by this weekend, we could be hearing an announcement of Biden stepping down. It could be Harris on the ticket. Who knows what could happen? We're not really sure, but whatever unfolds, you guys, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. But yes, do not lose momentum if this is what you're wanting to see, because yeah, like I said, even though this is all going good, it's a long way till November. We're in July, and things could be changing here very, very soon. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, I see Lady Day saying that she totally could see Harris Obama on the ticket here very soon. Somebody said they prophesied that they was going to be about this. Oh, wow. Somebody saying that there's prophets coming out saying that they've seen this moment, that this has been spoken of, that these things are going to happen. Well, I believe in it. You know, the Bible says that there were prophets back then. There's prophets still now. People are, you know, speaking to God, and maybe they have some insight as to what's going to happen. The thing about prophetic words is that it could change. You know, it's not set in stone. As you guys will recall, when Jonah was told to go to Nineveh, God said, tell them they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be, you know, I'm going to wipe them out. And he didn't. Prayer changes things. So I believe that prayer still works. And these prophecies are what is, you know, we're on the path for, but we could change it. So just make sure that, you know, like I said, if you are wanting to see Trump as the next president, just because he's getting momentum now does not mean slow down. It means continue the support. And all this dynamic is likely, like I said, going to be changing here very, very soon. Joanne Torres says, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. The last prophet was John the Baptist, says Los. Who's in charge, though, says Gucci Noodles. When you are sitting on the... Why not the 25th Amendment, says Weavers. Great question. We could see that. Who knows? It seems like they're stacking up. Maybe if Biden refuses to get out, that they will invoke the 25th. But here's the thing. You know, I think they're wanting him to go out on his own. They don't want to force it on him, so I think they want him to go out with dignity, and this could be it. A lot of people are saying it could be the opportunity for him to say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to step down because I've got medical issues. I'm just going to go ahead and step out on my own because of this. And they're saying that maybe it could save his dignity rather than having him have to admit that he's stepping aside because he doesn't feel like there's any possible way for him to win against Trump. So I don't know, you guys, we will see. And like I said, I'll keep you up to date every step of the way so you know exactly what's going on. Now, do me a favor, hit the like button if you appreciate the updates. I see we got about like 800 people live with me in the room. 50 more likes. We will hit 500 likes. I would appreciate it a ton. Subscribe to stay up to date. Make sure you're still subscribed, and also additional resources down below for you and your family. We say here on the channel, there's a lot going on, but we're not going to be scared. We're going to be prepared and ready. So, yep, that is the latest, you guys. We will see if Biden is still going to be on the ticket for November come this weekend, and I will keep you guys up to date every step of the way. That is the latest. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.